All right, hey everyone, GameBrain here, and you know something's up when I'm bringing up the face cam, right? So pretty much RWBY Grimm Eclipse Definitive Edition just got announced for Nintendo Switch on May 13th of this year, and I am so excited. I am just Nintendo Switch, probably my favorite console at this point that I've ever owned. Grimm Eclipse, favorite game of all time. Definitive Edition, it's gonna be better, hopefully. We're gonna talk about that at the end. But yeah, I want to do kind of a discussion, going through a lot of things. I'll just play the trailer first, and then we can definitely discuss some things I wanted to mention regarding what this means for the game. How will this affect the casual player base? How will this affect the like I want to say more top level player base? And yeah, let's go into it.
You don't know me, but I most certainly know who you are. For such terrific students as yourselves, oh, this should be an easy test, right?
And I thought today would be relaxing.
The co-op is definitely looking clean.
Devastation!
That definitely got his attention.
The Grimm are a superior species. Their unbridled raw aggression make them the perfect vessel. Nature couldn't make a beast this deadly. So I did.
This guy thinks he's real tough.
Stings a little, doesn't it?
Time to clean this place out. That's gonna leave a mark.
Let's end this with a bang.
All right. Some things before we move off the trailer. Big parts of the trailer. The website also mentions this. I'll cover this right now. Local co-op up to 2 players. Um, New costume sets. From the looks of it, it's just like that mecha armor or whatever for Team Ruby and Volume 7-8 for Team Ruby. Um, and that's actually pretty much it from what we've seen. So what I'll do quickly is I'll pull up this page first. I just want to mention this. 4 months ago, when you got that weird update that really didn't change much, they added in a Farbridge build, and well, after all, turns out someone else was distributing this. Also, hopefully, I don't get a copyright stroke by Asper Gaming, because that would be very unfortunate because I just played the entire trailer. Okay, so let's actually go into this and what this means for the game. I'll just have the images of the official website here. I think the biggest thing is that it's coming to a new platform, and that means there is going to be an influx of players getting into the game, and that's always a good thing. This usually does happen at a smaller scale at the start of Ruby volumes, but it's not as influential as getting an entire new console having access to the game. So with a lot of new players being interested in the game, there's obviously going to be like, yeah, people who just try it out and they stick with it, and there's going to be a lot more people who just play the campaign and then are done. I think the big thing, the 2 player co-op, is very interesting. Judging by how bad the Switch hardware is as hardware, like even though I love the console, it can't handle a lot, and how multiplayer works right now, I think I'm curious to see how they will implement it. Right now, when you're playing multiplayer, for example, pretty much the game generates like 3 copies, like 3 bots of the characters the other people are playing, and then it tells them to do whatever actions the other person has inputted. So it's kind of like mirroring the inputs, and that's how you get all those visual bugs when you're animation canceling in multiplayer, and it looks like you're flying or whatever. So I think based off that, I wonder how they will handle local co-op, because that's not something you can do in local co-op, meaning that the game and the system needs to be strong enough to support 2 player inputs at a local level, which is very interesting. And I think that definitely they have to definitely change something in how the game is coded for that. And that brings me into the second part. Like, I'm gonna leave the costumes for last. I guess we can look through the screenshots. But I think an interesting question would then be, like, you're obviously changing the code because adding costume doesn't require changing the code. But clearly, if we look in the Farbridge build, which is now the public build for Steam, um, this build definitely changed a lot of things, right? It did not let me access it. Let me go directly to the patch. We should be able to see the changes in the patch. Okay. So yeah. As you can see, they did change a lot of stuff in the patch, and a big part of it, for example, was changing the Grimm that spawned in as reinforcement. So I think a big question would be, how much are they willing to change? And how far are they willing to go with it? What aspects of the code will they be looking at? And I'll mention this early on in this video. I think my biggest concern is that Nintendo does not like glitches, even if the glitches are used by players to do some sick tech or whatever. So I think if I had any concern, it would be for counter canceling. I could care less about out of bounds. There's no way they patch out Yangled out of bound clips, so those will be accessible 100%. Unless they somehow like rework and recode the invisible walls and make them similar to the ones in the 2 new Horde maps, so Lab and Island. But even then, Yang can still clip through those. So I am not too worried about out of bounds. But I am greatly worried for animation canceling. And if they will touch that part of the code, I think that's what makes Grimm Eclipse at a high level so sick. And the question then also is this patch coming to PC, right? Are we going to get these costumes and local co-op on PC build? And judging from the fact, from the update we got a few months ago, which I thought was just cleaning some bugs maybe, or they changed the hunches to Hunter for the male characters, I think realistically, we probably will, maybe. Like, I'd want to hope so if it's going to be beneficial. I'd want to not get the update if it's going to kill animation canceling. So I think that's definitely the big discussion and the only positive, and the only possible negative that could come out of this, which in that case it would just kill the game, straight up. If animation canceling got patched out, like the game's dead, 100%. But I think beyond that, it looks very promising, and I'm very excited. I think having the influx in the casual player base is always something positive. People will be able to find lobbies easier for a while. New people will join the game, and many of them will stay and become regular players, which is always good to see. It's always good to have a larger community, opportunities to meet more people, and just have more fun. And another thing is, I'm curious how frames per second will be for Switch. I do think it's very weak hardware. Like, let's be real, it's not uncapped. Even if it is uncapped, it's not close to a high-end PC. Another reason I'm hoping maybe this patch can drop for PC. But I think overall it looks very interesting. Just some things I noticed, for example, Ren costume here. So volume 4. So it makes me wonder. Also, this rendering is worrisome. If this is the rendering you can get to show off. But anyway, that's perhaps they drop graphics quality for enemies to be able to sustain the double player soul thing. At this point we don't know. But I do think that the new costumes definitely look nice. I will mention someone from the G Cord did say these ears are fixed, but also note 2 things. First of all, the shadow is just like regular Blake shadow, so that's still there. And the costume itself feels like it's reusing some assets, and not to mention, this is a new costume. This is like the armor costume, right? So we actually don't know if the ears are fixed in regular costume. So just pointing that out there. And then yeah, nothing big on most of the screenshots. Just the Rent screenshot makes me wonder if the new outfits are just for Team RWBY. But then again, like with how outfits are currently selectable, I'm not sure how you could have. I mean, you could, but I think it would be very, very weird to not bring in the outfits for Team Juniper. I'd also like to see a new Pyrrha outfit, obviously. But yeah, this hit also looks sus right here, but it is a dev version. I think something else that was really cool in the video was the angles they used. So that's another thing that makes me think they've actually put more than a little effort into this. Like for the trailer, they actually had some dev angles, like zooming and like going through different parts of the battle, and you can't replicate those camera angles with the regular camera in game. So that's definitely a dev camera that was used. So if you go to that much effort, like, I don't think there's going to be new content, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I really like this game as is, and any new content for me is very nice. I'm very excited for the local co-op. I think that's really great, and I'm very interested to see how they incorporate it. And could that perhaps like be new technology for multiplayer? Like if we have like that technology also gets incorporated in regular multiplayer, I think that could be really, really great for the game. For those of you who don't know, the multiplayer also struggles because of lag, because of what I mentioned earlier of how it's coded. So I think removing lag from multiplayer would be insane if they used some type of new technology to have inputs be read readily. But yeah, I think overall I'm very excited. We can also take a look at the regular website, I guess. I don't think there's anything else here that I didn't show off. There's this co-op pack where you can win this if you're interested. Go to the new RWBY Grimm Eclipse website and sign up for that. But yeah, there it includes everything the PC includes 8 all new outfits. Wait. This is confirmed actually. Okay. So if it's 8 all new outfits, that means the new outfits are only for Team RWBY. Okay. That is very interesting and something I had not noticed up to now. Okay. That's very interesting. So yeah, the co-op is obviously the big thing here. And then yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else I missed. Nice animation. Yeah, they look pretty sick. Yeah, the power armor looks nice. I know people are hating on the power armor. I honestly like it. I don't know. I think it's very fun. Grim Gauntlet. That's not even from Grim Gauntlet, right? That's from chapter 9. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think power armor looks sick. I cannot wait this long. Another thing I'm noticing here is no Steam or PC. I think that's also pretty big, right? In the copyright. They refreshed the Grimm Eclipse copyright, which is also interesting. That's pretty much all the information we have right now. I'd be very interested to see if this patch doesn't drop to PC, how things are going to work out, right? Because there's no way, like, they say definitive edition, but if this update doesn't hit PC, it's not definitive edition. And also, once again, for perhaps newer players and viewers who are unaware, the reason PC is considered the definitive version to play on is, first of all, it has the largest active community. But more importantly, when you care about actually going to a top level in the game, it has uncapped frames per second. And actions in this game take set frames. So if you have a higher frame rate, you can do more actions per second. So like the maximum theoretical APM depends on what frame rate you're on, which is very important. And yeah, but generally I'm very excited. I think this is great. I'll definitely get the Switch version no matter what, right? Even if animation canceling is removed from the game, let's be real. I will definitely get this version. I will max it out and I'll have like a ton of fun in it. And that's why I'm very excited. I think this is very good for the community as a whole. I'd like to see this update come to PC. I'm pretty sure they can't say much about it though. The trailer was really great, and yeah, just saying again, we had this build drop on PC in December, so I'm very excited in the chance that this also drops to PC. But yeah, moving on. Like the last thing I'll say, this is a great thing to happen to the game. The new art does look sick. Yeah, I think anything like this is fantastic for the community. It's fantastic for people who enjoy the game. It's fantastic for incoming new players. And I don't really see any negative side to this. Except if animation canceling gets removed and it also gets removed on PC. But I don't wanna be too like doomsayery right now. I just want to be hype about this. And I honestly can't wait. I have not been able to stop thinking about this since the announcement this morning. And May 13 needs to get here as soon as possible. Anyway, I think I've been talking for a while. Let me know if you have like any questions below that I can help with in regards to the current version of the game. And yeah, let me know what you think. Are you excited? You should be. This is a great opportunity. Also, sorry if the eyes look weird, by the way. My camera's like right there, but then like my recording setup is where I'm looking at right now. So If that's going back and forth, yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Also, as a quick final update, like you can go if you're not a person who like cares about my channel or whatever at this point. Reason I haven't been uploading recently and I haven't been doing speedruns is because of my hands. Around January, I also posted this on Twitter. I got some serious hand pain, so I was pretty much unable to play video games for like 2 to 3 months, and now it's gotten a bit better. Right, like since mid-March, I've been getting back into gaming, but I haven't been able to do anything like really intensive, like GE, for example, right? So I think hopefully by like mid-April, start of May, I'm back to get to normal stuff. There's a lot of things I still want to do in this game, so yeah, I might be doing some like ReZero speedruns or whatever, which are less hand intensive in the meantime. So yeah, that's just why I haven't been uploading recently. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone, and I'm so excited. Let's go!